Marvin Ward, hey, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, we haven't heard from you for a couple of years. I think you had a show at Waynesboro High School in 2008. It's been kind of quiet. What you been up to?
Went on hiatus.
Mhm.
Everybody knows, my track record with the Night of the Superstars, Waynesboro. It's kind of synonymous with me, with professional wrestling. Well, we did the last show, as you said, in November of 2008, the seventh annual Night of the Superstars, which initially turned into the final Night of the Superstars. And shortly after that event, Chris, I was introduced to a gentleman out in Los Angeles, California, and wanted to know if if I would be interested in starting an actual legitimate professional wrestling company, and well, that's anybody's dream in this industry. And we got we got talking over the phone. We had some phone conversations, and we passed some general emails. He was familiar with what I'd done with the Night of the Superstars and what we did with it over 7 years, and the money that we raised for the hospital. And he said, he really believes in his heart that there's room for another professional wrestling company. As anybody knows in business, you need competition to be successful. Well, you have World Wrestling Entertainment. Enough said. You can't say anything else about them. Then you have TNA, which you got to give it to TNA, give them their props. They had their rough go. Then Dixie Carter came in, took it over. Still having the rough go, but at least they're trying. Nowhere near the level that WWE is at. Could eventually they get there? Possibly.
Mhm.
Hopefully we get there. So after that, we talked for a while, went through, everything that I had in a vision of a company, what he had in a vision of a company, and he said, I have the money. Let's build this company from the ground up, and let's do this. And that's where I've been for 2 years. We've literally have been building this from the foundation up, and we're getting ready to launch our first official show. And guess where it's at?
Back home.
Waynesboro, Virginia.
Yeah.
Waynesboro High School, and it's going to be on Saturday night, February the 5th, and it's going to be a doozy, man. This is going to be a show like no other. This is nothing that I've experienced on this small of a level, and when I say small, I don't mean it, literally. It's just in a high school gym. We're bringing in the production, the lights, the staging, everything you would see at the John Paul Jones Arena at a Monday Night Raw. You're going to get to see in the Waynesboro High School gym, and it's going to be absolutely
So
incredible.
for fans who've never experienced that, I mean, it'll be an awesome experience. They're used to seeing it on TV, but they'll be living this here in their hometown of Waynesboro.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just like I said, we had it on, when I was in WCW, and then that's the big grandest, stage of them all. But to ever imagine it inside of a high school gym, and the reason, I've had several people ask me, why Waynesboro? You're bringing in all this production, all this lights. Why not take it um, to the John Paul Jones Arena? Why not take it to a bigger arena? No. When it comes to me and what Waynesboro, Virginia did for me, did for my family, did for my career, and the fans absolutely had a ball. Did we make everybody happy? No. Did we make 90% of the fans happy? Absolutely. Because we brought some big name stars into this town for fans to really, and never in their wildest dream would they ever be able to think they could meet the stars of the caliber: Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, Jerry Lawler, the Steiners. Not only did they get to come in and see them wrestle, but they got to come in and shake their hands, take their photos, and get that one-on-one interaction.
Oh, I talked for a few minutes with Nikita Koloff at one of your shows here. I mean,
He's unbelievable.
It was an awesome thing for me. I grew up idolizing the guy as a wrestler. So, yeah, great experience. And you're coming back now. We kind of gave away a little bit here. We got as our backdrop here. We've got the Superstars of Pro Wrestling up, the AWE website, Awesome Wrestling Entertainment.
Yes,
so,
that is the official name of the company. Everybody knows what the shows I used to do. It used to be the Ward Family Promotions or Ward Family Entertainment. Just kind of branded the name. Well, when you have a company, in any professional wrestling company, you have a trademark branded logo. So when fans see it, they're like immediately drawn to, oh, I know what that is. You got WWE, you got TNA, and then we were going through, okay, what in the world can we call it? And I'm like, we want to be different. We don't want to be the same old turn on Monday Night Television or Spike TV, and it's the same old wrestling. So I'm like, you know what? We need to bring a product that's just totally awesome. And I'm like, wait a minute. There it is right there.
Yeah.
Awesome Wrestling Entertainment, AWE. And it all begins in the place that it really began for me. And
And at this show in Waynesboro, you'll be crowning your champions.
Yes.
You're starting things off.
We actually, we decided, we didn't want to go to a full-fledged tournament. I mean, fans nowadays, wrestling is entertainment. They do not want to sit through a show and see 15 guys go one after another, to do a tournament to crown champions. We're not going to do that. We are going to take and crown our official champions in Waynesboro, our first 2 official champions. The first official AWE World Heavyweight Champion. And it's going to be between 2, in my opinion, 2 of the most incredible, entertaining athletes in this business today. A lot of people are going to be introduced to one of them because they have not been introduced to him before. His name is Basaga, and we call him the Samoan Beast. He is an albino Samoan. Truly Samoan, truly albino. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. He is a monster. He's going up against, and everybody knows this guy from WWE, the Asian Cowboy, Jimmy Wang Yang. Cannot call him Jimmy Wang Yang. In AWE, he's going to be known as Jimmy Wayne Yang, taking out the G's and adding the Y's. Copyright.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's going to be Jimmy Wang Yang versus Basaga for that match will crown our official World Heavyweight Champion.
And Jimmy's will have a tough time there. I've seen clips of this Basaga guy.
He is absolutely incredible. I mean, he stands. I think he's 6'6" or 6'7". He's 380 pounds, and he's a beast. And then you got Jimmy Wang Yang, which is Jimmy's 5'8", 5'9", 200 pounds. But you know what? It's just these two performers are the most incredible athletes I have seen. I mean, literally toe to toe. And I'm like, you know what? When we're coming into Waynesboro, it's our inaugural show. I want this to be the best entertainment fans have seen. So that's our main event. The second title we're going to crown is going to be the United States Heavyweight Championship. And it's going to be Carlito. Everybody knows Carlito. It's not Carlito in AWE. His name is going to be Carlito Cool in AWE. But everybody knows him from WWE as Carlito. Yes. Man with the apple, spits the apple. But he's going to take on a guy by the name of Micah Fletcher. And Micah is another guy that has went through WWE developmental. He was called up to the main roster in WWE. They didn't know how to use him. They sent him back down to WWE developmental. Then they let him go. Well, thank God we signed him, because I'm going to tell you right now, Micah Fletcher is going to be our John Cena.
I was going to say, having seen clips of him, he's reminiscent of him athletically and otherwise.
I'm telling you, he's got the good-looking looks, the body that's incredible, and he has got to be, talent-wise, I compare him to an early Bobby Eaton.
Okay.
Micah's got to be the best talented, technical wrestler.
So maybe to say, John Cena, he has all the look and everything else, but maybe not the skills in the ring.
Exactly. What we got going for Micah is not only does he have the looks and the mic talk, but he's got the ability. And he's absolutely, like I said, he's incredible. And you put him against Carlito, which is another great technical wrestler. This is going to be a match that's just going to be, it's going to be for the ages. I'm actually excited about this. We're looking forward to it. But yeah, man, we have a stacked lineup coming in for this. Tracy Brooks, never been to Waynesboro. Actually, a lot of these guys never been to Waynesboro. This is a whole new roster. Just because it's with AWE and the brand, we have signed all these guys to our company, and now we're going to introduce them. We got a lot of the big name superstars from WWE or TNA. Sanjay Dutt has come back to work for us, which I'm excited about that. We have a guy by the name of Robotron. This guy is absolutely incredible. He's huge in Japan. He has a robot gimmick. You can go to the website if you want to check him out. It's officialawe.com. Cheap plug. But you would think he was a machine. The way he walks, the way he mimics in the ring, it's absolutely incredible. Short Sleeve Samson is back with us. I mean, Dan, I love him. He's my brother. Oh, I said his name out loud. Sorry. Short Sleeve Samson. Don't call him Dan. But fans love him. I couldn't do this without him. He's been with me from day one since we started the shows over in Waynesboro, and fans love him, and that's all that matters. But Miley Lay will be taking on Tracy Brooks. That's fans may remember her from 2008.
Oh yeah.
She was Tracy Taylor, and she's the Hawaiian girl. If fans were there 2008 show, they know what I'm talking about. We just repackaged her and give her a more marketable name. She's got the look, she's got the talent. We just needed to put a marketable name with her.
And folks, people obviously will remember Tracy Brooks as well, so that's a good test for
Absolutely.
her in a match returning like this.
And Tracy's another one that went through WWE developmental. Everybody knows Tracy Brooks was down at TNA. So I mean, as far as talent and looks, guys, you're going to get it all. You're going to get a great wrestling match. You're going to get two beautiful women. You might want to set away from your wives that night, but no, it's
send them out to get the hot dogs during that match. Yeah,
but it's going to be a great show. Then we have another one. I told you Sanjay's coming in. We have a gentleman we just signed from OVW, Odin, Ohio. His name is Alex Silva. He just won the OVW Television Championship 2 weeks ago. This guy's got to be one of the best cruiserweights I've ever seen, and to put him and Sanjay together is going to be absolutely incredible.
So looking forward to this show. We'll have more information on our website, just so folks can know. We'll have a story and a link to the official AWE.com website as well. And we're going to be doing lots of interviews the next few weeks with some of the stars who will be on this show. I'm a wrestling guy. I can't help it. So you give me a chance to talk to some of these guys and gals, and we'll look forward to getting the word out. And of course, it's for a good cause. I'm going to mention that.
Absolutely.
A couple good causes here. One, it's a fundraiser for the Waynesboro High School Athletics Department.
Yes.
And then also just sort of a tribute to the late Waynesboro High School Athletics Director Mel Morris, who just recently passed away. Talk about
this come to a shock, all of us, and we New Year's Eve, we always have a good time looking forward to the new year. 2 months ago, we put this show together with Mel, and Mel was looking forward to it. Because I hadn't done it last year. Like I said, I've been busy putting the whole company together. When I talked to Mel, he said, "Well, bring wrestling back down here," and I'm like, you know what? It's all perfect. Everything, the company's about ready to launch. What a better way to do it in Waynesboro. We just do it, raise some money for the athletic department. Well, then Mel went a step further. Mel's like, we need a coach involved at the school and really get the kids hyped up about it and all this good stuff. So we got Charlie Cox, he's one of the most popular coaches at Waynesboro. He's actually going to step in and do his wrestling debut. But anyway, we was all looking forward to it. And then New Year's Day, my wife had found out that a good friend of hers from Edinburgh, Virginia, Jason Long, died in the plane crash at Weir's Cave on New Year's Eve. And I won't ever forget it. And she was reading the newspaper, and we were driving down the road, and I just happened to glance over and look at the top of the page, and it had Waynesboro AD Morris dies, and it didn't hit me for about a mile down the road, and I got to thinking, like, Waynesboro AD athletic director Mel Morris, and I'm like, no way. And sure enough, turned over, and Mel died of a heart attack New Year's Eve, and I was floored, and I was like, there's no way this can be happening. I mean, Mel started it with us. When I went to Mel back in 2000 and told him what I wanted to do at Waynesboro High School, what I wanted to build up, most people in his position, and I found this for just everybody I deal with, when you mention professional wrestling, first thing you get from people that are not involved in this business is, ooh, no. Mel was not like that. Mel was like, wow, this sounds like fun. And he helped us so much over the past 8 years with building that high school. He wouldn't allow anybody else to go in. I mean, he really let us build our product. He loved the cause we was doing it for the Children's Medical Center, and he was there at every show and enjoyed being backstage with us and just having a blast. And there comes a time in your life when you really have to step back and look at things, and you're like, okay, where have we come from? What have we done? And what has it brought out of all this? And Mel was a great guy. Mel was a special guy. Mel was loved by everybody. And I've just made the decision last week that this will be our inaugural show at Waynesboro to kick off the company. But this is also going to be our last show in Waynesboro. This is it. I don't feel right doing another show after this. I feel like in my heart we started this with Mel, and I want to finish this with Mel. And the Lord works in mysterious ways. And we met Mel, we got this good relationship with him, and he helped us build this, and he helped us launch this. And what a way to close this chapter and go out with a bang. And my biggest thing is this now, the proceeds from this show now is going to go to the athletic department in Mel's name. And it's the right thing to do, and it's the only thing to do. And I really want to get the word out, Chris. I don't care if you're not a wrestling fan. I really don't care. This show has now become about Mel and his memory and what he did for us. And that's what that night's going to be. It's going to be us remembering Mel. We're going to talk. We're going to ask him, is it going to be a lot of, emotional moments that night? Absolutely. But this is for everyone who knew Mel, who loved Mel, and even if you're not a wrestling fan, it's what Mel did for us. Come out, support the school, support what Mel stood behind and did his whole life, and support the athletic department. And it's like I said, it's the right thing to do, and have some fun with us. And I may even change your mind about wrestling. You may come in and hating this business. You may leave with a new fond attitude about professional wrestling, but it ain't about the wrestling. This event is now about what Mel did for us, and the high school athletic department, and that's what I wanted about.
Well, we'll share more information about the show and have a nice column too about the tribute to Mel and all that on our website, AugustaFreePress.com. Also, we'll link you to officialawe.com.
Yes.
And again, we have a lot coming up the next few weeks to promote the show and get the word out, and we'll all have some fun there that night. Marvin, hey man, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.